It's just, oh my God, I'm so excited to be live right now.
I hate today.
I only feel alive when I'm live. Thanos speaks through me.
Delos?
That's it.
You're trying to say Thanos?
I can't. It sounds the same. Whatever.
Or that one dude that works for Thanos that can't pronounce his name right and says Thanos?
Oh,
the children of Thanos.
We are the children of Thanos.
It's like, dude,
the Black Order.
You're the only one who calls him that.
I have
and later
powers.
on in the movie, it's Thanos. And like,
I have powers and I'm easily killed.
Yeah.
I'm pathetic in every way.
He gets killed and I don't even remember. I've seen that movie 50 times.
He got shot out through space in the first one, and then he comes back in the second one because that timeline didn't happen. And then he just gets killed. He just turns into dust because Tony Stewart snaps his fingers.
NASCAR driver Tony Stewart.
Tony Stewart saves the day. I am NASCAR.
Home Depot's bitch.
That's right. Home Depot saved the world.
The only reason I know he's Home Depot driver is because my dad knows his favorite driver.
Oh my God! I didn't even know there's a real guy.
I could show you a picture, but I don't want to take my Google history, which has looked up some foul shit in its time.
I don't want to look at NASCAR.
I will not interfere my asshole close-up pictures with Tony Stewart stock car.
Right.
So the reason I'm a little pissed is because both of these fucking episodes, I have nothing to say.
It's boring.
They're so boring.
The Night Gallery episode is really boring. I mean, it was like, oh Christ. Okay, I get it. What? And I don't even understand where that. What do werewolves have to do with ghosts?
Okay.
There's no point.
Hold on, we got to do this if only to elongate what a short episode this would be. Let's do this.
Should we just talk?
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the weekly podcast sanctioned by the government of Wonderland. Swear words of Class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the podcast. All other swear words are restricted. Wonderland officials of ranking 10 have been granted immunity from the podcast and shall not be harmed. Commencing at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 2 continuous hours. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until the podcast concludes. Blessed be our Wonderland leaders in America, a nation reborn. LIW The Twilight Zone review is now in effect.
Hello, citizens. Welcome to LIW, the Twilight Zone review, episode 342 for Night Gallery 205A, The Phantom Farmhouse. We're brought to you on Adam's birthday. A guy who would still be on the show. Yeah,
wasn't dead.
If he didn't die. And we moved it to today just because it's Adam's birthday. And man, am I angry!
What a mix of wonderment for his birthday celebration.
Right?
2 boring episodes of shit.
Well, it was supposed to be the last 2 episodes we did, and then we had a free week, so I moved.
We should have just reviewed Dune.
This should be today.
We should have just talked about Dune.
We talked about it since it came out.
Yeah,
I still haven't seen it. You have.
I saw it. It's good.
I might see it.
You saw David Lynch's Dune.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
I could tell you 6 things. All of them involve a shirtless Sting. That's all
exactly. I shall kill him.
And sandworms that travel through time.
Well, no, that's technically the guild, the spacing guild, but that's fine. We don't need to talk about that.
Once you get into technicalities.
Point of order. Point of order.
Excuse me.
No. That's the spacing guild. And they're the architects that can bend space and time because they take the spikes and mutate them to a point of they're no longer human form.
I have this book. I will never read it.
I finished Dune. I finally read it.
Has Frank Herbert written anything else of note?
Oh no, he's written a bunch of stuff.
No.
Oh, I'm sure there's a bunch of other people that are. He has his following, but I mean, I'm sure there's like Arthur C. Clarke. I mean, how many books has he read with little boys in his room? I mean, lots. So again, that's we don't really talk about Arthur C. Clarke anymore because of the whole kids.
Yeah, but Arthur C. Clarke's most famous book was written after the movie.
Right. Well, there you go. But he came up with a lot of stuff.
In the room.
Which is that what Space Baby's all about? I get to fuck that space baby.
I'll impregnate him and put him in space.
It
so no one
came
can
out of
screams.
Europa.
In space, no one can hear your screams. That's a good place to keep one of my victims.
Europa is what I call my ball sack. I have life in Europa.
He's
oh my God.
Yeah, the monolith.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah. So, I'm sorry, Adam. The one thing I wrote in your obituary when I wrote it was, I'm sorry I made you watch so much Night Gallery, and I'm actually glad you didn't have to sit through this one because holy shit, he would have hated it worse than we did.
It's just pointless and boring. And again, what does werewolves have to do with ghosts?
What the fuck? This is a roller coaster of boring.
Yeah.
Like a wait, werewolves?
Were we in France?
I think we're in France.
We're in France, right?
There's a guy named Pierre, and they're speaking French. Him and his little his boyfriend that work on the farm.
And then
what's happening?
And then we have it's basically it opens up on this weird set that would have been for the Austin Powers: The Spy Who Shagged Me movie. They got these multicolored discs that they're sitting in the trees, and David Carradine is playing guitar. And a guy that's not Donald Pleasance is having a problem with him. And he goes, "Do you have to play your guitar constantly? I can't stand it." And then there's a black woman who's also in the place. And she's just like, "Leave him alone, man. He's communicating with his music. I can't stand it." And the doctor, who's the man from Uncle, I think. Was that the man from Uncle?
No.
Yeah, it's not the man from Uncle?
No. He's
Who is that guy? There's a British guy, British actor.
He's from a bunch of shows back in the 70s.
Is he?
His most famous one was The Invisible Man, the TV show.
Really? Interesting.
Yes. But here, I do like the painting for this episode.
Yeah, but
it's a cool, creepy painting. Has nothing to do with the episode
at all.
They heard the title and they went, "All right, I'll draw a farmhouse to the left. You don't see it."
I didn't know that.
Phantom, ghost. Okay, here.
I didn't realize if your middle finger is longer than your other fingers, you're a werewolf.
But that's a cool painting.
Well, right?
Like, I would hang that up.
Yeah, it's great. It's awesome.
It's one of the many examples of the show where the painting is far cooler than the episode.
Can't that be the show? Why couldn't we have that be the episode?
Here's
you could have done that.
Can you imagine what spooky tales this painting would tell if it could talk?
No, it's
next
a werewolf.
He just moves to the next one.
Don't ask me why this painting's here and the werewolf episode's what you got. I don't know.
It also started off with this super cool mirror effect. Let me show you this.
Oh, yes.
I was excited here. I'm not going to play any audio.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
And it's literally a reflection where he talks over his shoulder.
Yeah. Look at, oh, fantastic. And he's going to go get his carton of cigarettes and smoke them in the trailer because he's so pissed off at the show.
This is season 2.
2, yeah.
He's done.
He is at his wit's end at this point because it's just like, I don't care anymore. They're going to give me one more season, whatever. It's going to be truncated. I don't care.
You know what the sad thing is? This is only season 2. He's already done. And this isn't the worst of the Night Gallery to come.
No.
This, as boring as this is, this was tolerable.
Yeah.
I was watching like, what the fuck is happening?
It just was a roller coaster of why. That was the problem, I think.
None of it made any sense.
No.
I never knew. All right, I won't even get into it.
Just the whole, like, it's a ghost story with a phantom house, werewolves, warlocks,
a hippie commune,
warlock,
or mentally ill people.
Yes,
the worst pentagram you've ever seen.
Yes, drawn by a child on David Carradine's
it's a
palms.
Very literal interpretation of what the nurse said, which is,
yeah.
I saw a circle and inside it a 5-pointed star.
Yeah,
or 6, whatever the fuck pentagram has. I don't know.
But then it was David Carradine. Goes, "Hey man,
And it's literally the points do not exceed the boundaries of the circle.
How long have you had those pentagrams on your hands, David?
About a month 3 months after I got here.
Just the guy just saw the house from the window, man.
But I love the fact. Okay, let's start at the beginning. This won't take us long to get through.
No, it's like,
but we will get sidetracked a lot because of all the nonsense. Frank will join us eventually, right?
I doubt it.
About half an hour. I bet he won't be here.
No, we'll be done by then because this is it. This is all.
Because I have even less to say. I have two.
The next one's even worse.
The next episode.
Yeah.
One of them is who gives a shit. That's one of my notes.
Yeah.
And the other note has nothing to do with the actual episode.
Bosom buddies.
The next episode is called The Trance from 85.
Yes.
But continue with your little synopsis there. Get us to, I guess, just the house, if we could.
David Carradine keeps talking about this house with a woman who lives on a porch in this place. And everybody loves her. Like, everyone's like, oh, she can love everyone, man. Such a fucking so hippy dippy bullshit. And it gets annoying because like they try. It's like the hippie movement has been dead for 3 years by this point. It's like it's done, and this is like the old white people who wrote for network TV is finally catching up with what the hippie movement was.
Oh yeah.
So this is what they think it is. There it is. Do you find me? Do you make me horny?
It looks like Austin Powers playing. If you built a treehouse, that would be Austin Powers, yeah.
And that's a great idea. I kind of like that design. I would love to do that in a big tree like that. It's kind of neat.
Except if it rains once, you're slipping and sliding.
You can't have your music video.
Why don't we have a railing? Yeah.
Oh God, this is stupid.
I'm
gonna get eaten by werewolves.
By ghost werewolves.
And they weren't even werewolves. They weren't even wolves. They were dogs.
They were fucking German shepherds.
They were German shepherds when they finally come out after the invisible man from U.N.C.L.E. I think he's the man from U.N.C.L.E. I don't know. It's not, but I just can't. It looked like him.
I looked him up.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know who he is. But
oh, sorry, it is the guy man from U.N.C.L.E.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I skipped over that.
It is. That's the most important. That's his most important role.
No, The Great Escape is his most important role.
Oh, that's right. He was with Bronson. He was Charlie Bronson's
soundtrack
buddy.
for Baby Driver.
Oh,
I was trying to figure out where I knew him from. He reminds me of the guy. He was in the Little Girl Lost episode of Night Gallery. What is this? Robert Muldrin, something like that. And he.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Robert Denby from Riding with Death.
Yes.
Riding with Death through San Bernardino. The MST3K episode.
That's a good one.
Where he plays elusive Robert Denby.
And the guy turns invisible and he fights people.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, he's in the Invisible. Oh, that's not that show.
That was that show.
Yeah, I thought that's why it stuck in my brain.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, so I didn't even notice the fact.
You're going after Roger Denby.
So we've talked about Robert Denby, or not this guy before, Man from U.N.C.L.E., because he was in something else that we watched.
He's in a lot of stuff. You forget.
He plays the Russian guy.
Russian guy in what?
In Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Oh, I thought he was the man from U.N.C.L.E. Or is that Robert Denby?
He plays.
He's like, I think
Kuryakin.
Okay, he's the Army Hammer character in the movie. Okay,
he doesn't eat any women though.
He doesn't.
Robert Vaughn is the main guy.
Yes. Robert Vaughn is the Henry Cavill character, and he is the Army Hammer. I forgot that there's a Russian. That's what it was. Because that's not all I know. The Man from U.N.C.L.E. from is the Guy Ritchie remake.
This guy,
which wasn't bad.
David McCall. I love the remake.
It's pretty good.
I sat there in the theater. I'm like, oh, let's watch this. And I was like, Guy Ritchie, all right. Here. I'm like, this movie's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Second time, not as much fun, but I still loved it.
Henry Cavill's good. He could be James Bond. Like, I think Henry Cavill's actually untapped kind of resource there.
Oh, fucking Zack Snyder will waste anyone. Anyone's career.
He's terrible.
He took Ben Affleck down with him. He
ruined Jackie Earle Haley. Jackie Earle Haley, when his career renaissance with Watchmen, Little Children, he just disappeared because Watchmen was so fucking lame.
He did another movie after that. He
RoboCop.
Had a lot of shit for.
Oh, which one?
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, that's right. But that was for the money. That's not his fault. That was just money.
No, but he got money and he's like, all the bullshit, like, fuck this.
And he walked away. Which, hey, at least he walked away.
I think he does theater now.
He shows up and stuff. He still works, but he's a nice man. Met him. at Comic-Con when he was promoting that piece of shit, Nightmare on Elm Street. He's about 3 foot tall.
Oh, yeah.
And he's very nice, very sweet guy. And I said, hey, man, I'm looking forward to the movie. Oh, thanks, man. I really appreciate that. And then we said, your movie fucking should have said nothing, you fucking hack. It wasn't his fault because actually he was fun, but the movie was just so bad.
But this guy, David McCullum from Man from U.N.C.L.E., still alive.
Oh, my God, really?
1933 from Glasgow, Scotland.
Yeah. Good for him. He's pissing on Roger Moore and Sean Connery's grave.
Damn right.
I couldn't get the part in the James Bond series because those cooks, those cunts.
And now I know 100% of my ancestry comes from that area.
Yeah, you might be related to David McCullum.
I have the whitest ancestry in history, I bet.
You're the man from Europe.
I gotta be like,
yeah,
man.
Purity.
I'm bred to be like a skinhead or something like
Pretty
that.
much, yeah.
But luckily, that's not in my heart. At least not in my open heart.
Please.
Between me and my diary, you know,
my manifesto, please. Yeah. My manifesto, yes.
Yeah, my secret manifesto. I can't stand looking at this bitch in these photos on IMDb. Look at this.
Who? This woman? Which was this? Is this the werewolf woman with the longer middle finger?
She's not even attractive.
She's
okay. She's not ugly.
No,
but she looks like She looks like one of those dolls that Midwestern grandmas would sew and put on their toilet paper roll on top of the toilet.
They could have done like put her in like water, like in a tank of water, and made that picture come to life.
Or
with that hair and that dress.
Maybe don't throw a giant wig on her.
Yeah. Oh, that might be her hair.
The giant wig? No,
that could be her hair. This is the 70s.
No, that is.
They could have teased that shit. Could be so teased.
I can spot a wig. That's a fucking wig. No. It's so. Look at the straight hair. No. Look at this. And it changes too much between scenes depending on how it's on her head.
There she is.
There's only 3 pictures.
Yeah, and you can't even see David Carradine. He's right there. Hey, man, next year I'll be in Kung Fu. That's not racist.
Yeah, having him in one of these pictures, they really hung him out to dry.
Literally. This is before he got into auto rock. He was in that nut house because of his constant need to jack off while suffocating himself.
Yeah.
Strangulation.
What you do is you jerk off and choke yourself, little grasshopper.
I prefer hanging from a doorknob with my junk in my hands and just beating off really, really a lot.
If you do it in Thailand, nobody will know.
Well, here's the thing. If you do it in Thailand, make sure you got a buddy. And make sure that buddy won't turn their back on you while you fucking kill yourself.
Yeah, don't do it in Thailand. You're going to get fucked.
Or according to the family, don't go to Thailand investigating an underground fight club to bring to justice with trannies.
Is alleged. He was there to fuck 14-year-old boy girls. That's the only reason to go to Thailand at that age.
Well, technically, he didn't fuck him. He just wanted them to choke him.
No,
he just basically said, I want you to sit there and watch me choke myself in. If I go like this, untie me. And the problem was the tranny hooker didn't understand English. So
he has like a color wheel and he's like, blue?
That was the end.
Purple. Yes. Remove. And the guy's like, yeah, tighten. Got it.
See,
yeah.
Fly. See, fly.
Spanish.
I know. It doesn't matter.
It's the
okay, yeah, I can do that.
Jacket hookers.
Yeah. Oh no, thank you. No, you.
Who was that guy in Full Metal Jacket?
Matthew Modine.
No, the other one.
The black guy who said
no, the white guy.
It ain't that big. Oh, Adam Baldwin.
He looks kind of like Michael Gross a little.
Adam Baldwin.
No, it's not Adam Baldwin. Older guy.
I think it was Adam Baldwin. He's
the helicopter pilot.
I don't know. I'm thinking it's Adam Baldwin because that's the only other guy in the movie that I remember. The other guys have no idea who they were.
The other one is Indiana Jones.
Harrison Ford?
Yeah, you should probably remember him.
That was Apocalypse Now.
Is that what we're talking? Oh, sorry.
We're talking about Full Metal Jacket.
I forgot we're talking. Maybe I'm talking about Apocalypse Now.
Yeah, you're thinking Apocalypse Now.
Apocalypse Now.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking
with the spread.
Oh no, I'm thinking of Hey, American Joe, and
No,
it's
I
Full Metal
definitely crossed the
Jacket.
two of my mind there.
Yeah, okay, because Full Metal Jacket, the hooker comes up and she goes, no, because the black guy, you too big. Oh no, girl, I'm just right. I'll show
Full
you.
Metal
She
Jacket
goes,
was the scene I'm
okay.
thinking about, and then
Yeah.
the actors were from in my mind.
Yes, there you go.
Now.
That's a much better movie.
A much better movie.
With those
and
actors, it'd be way better.
When they get to Vietnam in Full Metal Jacket, I turn it off.
Yeah, to me, Full Metal Jacket is two movies.
It's
a good one and a mediocre
incredible.
one. Yeah.
Second half,
I don't watch. I don't
good.
finish it.
No, it's good. It's good.
You're running out of friends, Joker.
But then, what's his fucking name?
I think Matthew Modine is just the killer. He's not. That is miscast woefully.
Hey, go check out Matthew Modine on some fucking show talking about the moment he figured out what white privilege is. I saw that interview the other day, and it was amazing.
You know, okay, Matthew Modine, you know what white privilege is? You being cast in Full Metal Jacket because you suck. You weren't deserving of that role.
He was deserving of that role because he made a little movie called The Bird with Nick Cage before that.
Did he really?
Directed by
Stanley Kubrick.
The guy that did. Why am I blanking on his name? I'm at the bad night for names for me. I'm so pissed at this episode. The guy that did Pink Floyd The Wall, Alan.
Not
Alan. He just died.
Alan Pakula?
2 years ago.
Pakula?
No.
Here, I'll just look it up.
No, not that one. Alan Parker.
Alan J. Pakula? Alan Parker, okay.
Alan Parker made a movie called Bird. It's a decent movie, and Matthew Modine is really good in it, actually. He makes this stupid fucking plot sound amazing. Bird.
Oh, shit. Alan Parker did Evita.
Birdie? I think it's called Birdie.
No, Birdie is the Clint Eastwood movie.
84.
Birdie is Clint Eastwood.
That's Birdie is the movie I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh,
So
Alan Parker is a great Alan. Oh, I'm sorry, Birdie, you're right. Alan Parker's a really good director. Holy shit. Yeah, he's very good. I didn't realize that.
Alan Parker's awesome. He
Alan
also
Parker
did the John Cusack and
The Grifters.
Who else? Joan Cusack, I believe, is in that. But what the fuck is that movie called? Where the terrorists moving across the street?
Oh, right. No,
Arlington Road.
Alan Parker got Pink Floyd The Wall. He's got Fame.
I fucking love
Midnight Express. Bugsy Malone.
Yeah.
Holy shit, Bugsy Malone. How did you go from Bugsy Malone to Midnight Express? 2020.
What did he die like 2 hours ago? 2 hours, 2 days, 2 years ago?
2 hours ago. He's
2020. Okay.
Angel Heart, Mississippi Burning, The Commitments, Road to Wellville.
My brain right now is literally not working.
Yes.
Yeah, Road to Wellville. Okay.
Oh.
Let's put a pause here to describe the. Yes, continue.
He did do The Life of David Gale. That was his last movie.
Yes.
Ouch.
His last movie was like 2001?
A long time, yeah.
What year was Life of David? 2002?
No, Life of David Gale.
He died.
Yeah, 2020. He was 76.
No, what year is Life of David Gale? 2003?
Oh, hold on, I just lost it. Life of David Gale was 2003. It must have been such a bomb.
Holy shit!
He never recovered.
17 more years.
I mean, he didn't even
Life
do
of David Gale and K-Pax. K-Pax are two movies that remind me of each other, but one is ridiculous. Life of David Gale was just kind of a misstep. He tried to have that twist ending. That I saw that coming like halfway through.
What's the twist ending? Did they save him at the last minute, or did he die?
They save him. He's guilty. He's guilty.
Oh, is that what it was?
You know why I saw it? Because I saw Primal Fear. So I was like, oh.
Same movie, basically.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah, there you go.
K-Pax was an alien one. Who the fuck directed K-Pax? I have no idea. Some asshole. No idea.
I'll find out right now. I just saw it.
I think I do.
I think it's going to be someone that
anyway,
you're
Birdie
respect.
with Matthew Modine is what got him Full Metal Jacket, because he's really good in Birdie. He really is.
Yes.
And then he shows up in Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises for some reason.
He's the worst part of that movie.
He doesn't do a goddamn thing.
I always thought that the best, what they should have done
shows
with
up
Dark
like,
Knight.
I will take arms. He's like, next time you see him, he's lying dead in the street, and you're like, oh, I don't care.
Well,
what do I care?
What's funny is I remember seeing the behind the scenes footage. They did shoot the scene where he gets ran over by Talia al Ghul.
Cut out.
They cut that out. So I was just like, oh man, I would love to have seen him get hit by a car. K-Pax was directed by Ian.
She's driving.
Ian Softly.
Sure, it was.
He directed Hackers and a little movie called
a terrible movie,
The Skeleton Key, Inkheart, Backbeat. Yeah,
hold on, The Skeleton Key has Kate Hudson.
Yes.
Is that The Skeleton Key? Okay.
Yeah.
What was the other movie?
You Broke My Legs, Child. Hackers.
What was? No, Hackers, Skeleton Key. Then what was next?
Inkheart.
You said
Inkheart was Inkheart. I think was the like kids movie that didn't do any good. Brendan Fraser. Brendan Fraser was in it. And a bunch of other character actors. Good cast, but just I think this one like burned. Let's see, what was the box office in Inkheart? Let me see. Inkheart, just like this episode of Night Gallery. Gross budget was 60 million.
Nothing happens in this episode, so we're doing this.
Yeah.
I find this far more fascinating than a Phantom Farmhouse.
Well, that's the thing.
What is
it? Was a Phantom Farmhouse with werewolves. Because I guess the whole point is, well, David Carradine.
Andy Serkis is in that.
Yes, Inkheart.
Inkheart.
So is Helen.
The what have you?
The what have you? Inkheart and Helen Mirren. She talked about being in Killer.
We'll go there after the what have you.
Yeah, granted.
Is it going to play?
What was that? You froze up.
Yeah, they didn't play.
We'll go there after the what have you.
There you go.
There we go. I remember the poster for Inkheart now that I'm looking at it.
Yeah. That was like
right after
Mummy.
A couple years after Brendan Fraser did the last Mummy movie, and his hair's still got that thing, but he's clearly like 44.
Clearly 44.
I like Brendan Fraser.
Brendan Fraser's great. It's just the poor bastard. Like, he broke every bone in his body for the Mummy movies. Like, because he did all of his own stunts. And I guess that fucked him up so bad. He was in pain. He still to this day is in pain. He has like MS. Like, he's all fucked up. And he's trying to get back into acting. And he's paying for his kids because he had a bad divorce. You know, I mean.
He was in the Best Picture, which shouldn't have won Best Picture, but at least he was in it.
Which one? I forgot.
And then he took a long hiatus. Crash.
Oh, that's
He's married to racist cunt.
Sandra Bullock.
Sandra
You're
Bullock.
my only friend. You're my only friend, Consuela. Consuela. That's not her name. I don't care. She's a cunt. Consuela. She's Mexican.
I have to grab a tissue.
Didn't you learn anything, Sandra Bullock, from Crash, the movie about racism? I mean, it taught me that racism was bad, or a minor inconvenience for.
I massively overflowed my beer.
Yeah,
everywhere.
Spillage everywhere, just like Crash. You spilt all over that. You splooged. You splooged all over the table like what's his name? Splooged over. What's her name from Westworld in Crash? I'm forgetting all the names like you today. Danny Newton. And what was Tandy Newton? And,
I think I'm good with names now. I'm now that we're not talking about the Phantom Farmhouse, I feel like I'm collecting myself.
Phantom Farmhouse, no!
Danny Newton gets racisted at by Matt Dillon, and then he gets saved under the car by him, so she's conflicted.
I kept thinking.
See, I'm good with names now. I'm caught up.
Well, I kept thinking Entourage. I was like, no, that's Kevin Dillon, not Matt Dillon.
Kevin
Matt Dillon's. That's Matt Dillon's out of work brother, who was hot.
Here's how I know I'm good now. I just brought up Kevin Dillon. Okay, I'm good. I'm back.
Sad world.
Unfortunately, we're going to go back to the Phantom Farmhouse.
Yes, we have
cast
to.
Is awesome in this movie.
What, Inkheart?
Jennifer Connelly's in it.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, Inkheart.
I don't think I ever saw it.
What I was going to say about Brendan Fraser is he did one of my favorite comedies ever. He gets all the roles in the world as far as I'm concerned. I will watch Airheads every single day for the rest of my life if I have to. I love Airheads.
Airheads is funny.
Unapologetically, Airheads is amazing.
He wipes his ass with his rock and roll contract. Yeah.
I love this guy.
Joe Montana.
Well, there are three of you. You're not exactly alone.
Yeah, that's right. The lone gunman or the lone horseman. It's funny.
The Lone Rangers.
That's right. Lone Ranger. Yeah.
The Lone Rangers. The way he says it when he finally plays the song.
Hey,
such a stupid
you know what?
movie, but
that movie.
And then it has
you could make that a sequel right now. Because the 90s nostalgia and how everybody went. Like, honestly, that's a genius idea. Make that a sequel. Like, have them be successful and they're on their farewell tour.
Yeah. Brendan Fraser was like ripped in that movie. That and like Encino Man and all those.
Yeah.
And you see him later and it's like something fucking happened. And
no, he got fucked up. His whole body broke. Like he is broken. He's all fucked up. Those Mummy movies fucked him up. And then his divorce,
I feel it.
Fucked him up spiritually. Yeah. Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you didn't.
I've never heard a bad word about the guy.
No.
Never heard anyone say like fucking Brendan Fraser showed up. No, never.
Yeah. He's not Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
He could have very well.
We can talk about the new Spider-Man movie for a minute.
Oh, what? Yeah.
Did I tell you I watched the new Spider-Man finally.
No Way Home. Yeah, you're the last person to see it. Yeah,
it was good.
Yeah, it's enjoyable.
Yeah,
I liked it. Yeah, I liked it.
I don't like Spider-Man that much. I like the new Spider-Man movies.
I prefer. I gave it an 8. Yeah, I gave it an 8. Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah. Problem is, I saw people on Facebook going, "I cried so hard." And it's like, during what? The fuck did you watch that made you cry?
Here's the thing. I think originally Tobey Maguire was supposed to die, which is why William Dafoe stabs him, and that was the setup that he dies. I think originally that was
why
the
else
ending.
would you do it?
Well, that's the thing. Why else have that moment? But then they said, you know what? Everybody was kind of like, you know what? This is too much bad blood. If we kill Tobey Maguire, I have to piss off the fans because fans are awful. They don't understand character arcs and changes. So we can't do that. We have to treat fans with kid gloves because you're stupid.
They had a Spider-Man in this movie that would have been perfect to kill off.
Yeah.
Because they're not making any more of his Spider-Man movies.
Well, here's the thing.
And Sam Raimi could come back and make a fourth one. They're already talking about it.
That's what I mean. That's why they didn't kill him off, because they said, "Holy shit, this is the third highest grossing movie in the domestic history. Let's think about doing another 10." But Morbius bombed out horribly, which again, Jared Leto.
And I'm fine with that.
Oh, he's
the problem is it would be purely Sony.
Yeah,
it would be purely Sony.
Sony will
would fucking suck. But also, I like Andrew Garfield more. But they're not making any more Andrew Garfield movies.
His movies
His
suck.
Spider-Man movies are fucking awful.
His Spider-Man movies are the worst.
But I would rather watch those two than Tobey Maguire's.
Really? I'd rather watch
through the bullshit of his.
Really? I think Spider-Man 2
for some reason.
Really? Spider-Man 2 is fun. Spider-Man 2 is a good one. Spider-Man 1.
Everyone loves that. I just don't get it personally.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 3 is garbage.
Well, Spider-Man 3 is not good, no.
Spider-Man 2, I like it. It's fine.
Yeah, I think
I saw Spider-Man 1 in the theater. I skipped school to watch that in high school.
2002? Yeah, I remember that.
But So
The
we
only
watched
reason-
that, and then we sat there and we watched. I wanted to show the kid the cartoon version with Nick Cage, so I showed her that one.
That's a very good
Into the
one.
Spider-Verse.
Yeah, that's a very good episode. That's a very good movie.
And I love that they in that one they don't shy away. They kill off Tobey Maguire's character because he even does the here. Let's start this off, and he's like, then I had that phase that he's doing. Tobey Maguire's like walking on the sidewalk, like
Yeah.
he does that stupid thing in 3. Yes, that's Tobey Maguire's, and then he gets killed in the next scene. So they kill him off, and then I was like, I didn't expect him to do the same storyline for the major Marvel movie. It's the same storyline. All these Spider-Men come to this universe.
Yeah,
There's just more of them.
right. Well, it just opens up the possibilities of sequels. We can have a Spider-Man movie with Spider-Man A. We have Spider-Man B. We have Spider-Man D. We can do them all now. And then, oh wait, Morbius bombed out. Okay, maybe we can only do one, and we have to be very careful.
Oh wait, Tobey Maguire is 48 years old. Maybe we'll do a fan thing.
Have Jesse Plemons be Spider-Man with Kirsten Dunst. Jesse Plemons trying to fit
that
into the
dude can't
suit.
swing from a rope. He gained weight for Fargo, and he never lost it. He's like, I got to make up for Kirsten Dunst not eating a goddamn thing in this house.
Yeah, I like Jesse Plemons as
She's
an
not
actor,
eating
but
anything. I got to eat everything.
He's like the same character in every movie, though. He doesn't really do anything else.
Yeah, he's really fucking good. He's Todd. Oh, he'll always be Todd.
Yeah, he's always Todd. Yeah,
he's Todd.
Lydia.
Who
Lydia.
What I love about Todd in Breaking Bad is he's out of nowhere the most evil character.
Yeah,
Not out of evilness, but out of I thought that's what you wanted. So I shot that child in the face. I'm sorry, what?
He doesn't care. Yeah, he's just a psycho.
Love it.
Oh, he's great. Yeah, I need to rewatch
He shoots
that
a
last
kid
season.
in the face. It's right in a dirt bike.
Yeah. Oh my god. No.
While they're robbing a train.
And then
Train heist.
Then he kills Jesse's girlfriend at the door, knocks on the door, and blows her away. There's no remorse, no nothing.
And then he's the nephew of Michael Park.
Yeah.
The neo-Nazi Michael Park.
Bowen.
He's just subtly evil as shit. Michael Bowen, sorry.
Michael Bowen. We always call him Michael Park. It's not Michael Park's son.
I do.
I wish it was, but it's not. Maybe in the Tarantino
Michael Park
universe,
has a different son.
He does have a different, and he's in the Tarantino movies. He's in Death Proof.
At least I'm calling Bruce Bowen. I'm Sam Cooney's Bruce.
Yeah, he's in that stuff, but no, Bowen's great.
I make off.
But that's the best part of it. Lights a cigarette. I'll tell you where your money is. Blows away. Just blows his head off. It was great. I think we've talked about Breaking Bad. That's probably top 5 best endings of a series. Most satisfying endings.
Yeah.
I would say satisfying.
They didn't fuck it up.
Yeah, it ended pretty much pitch perfect. Yeah. It's the way it should have ended. It was perfect.
You knew. Spoiler for Breaking Bad, which is 9 years old, the ending. But here's this. Oh, real slow. Holy shit.
Oh, wow. Is he going to turn into a werewolf?
I'm just going to show that still frame.
It's Jesse Plemons going to turn into... Oh, shit. Jesse Plemons turned into David Carradine.
Is that a noose?
Yes, it is. No, it's
all right. Let's just finish this episode. I'm done.
Sorry. So basically,
David
Carradine is he attracts the food for the werewolves.
Pause. Hold on. You didn't mention in your intro. Let me just clarify. This is an outdoor insane asylum.
Yes.
They're there against their will. David Carradine goes, I'm only here because my parents pay you $30,000 a month or whatever to keep me here. I'm like, you're 35. Why are your parents keeping you there?
Well,
He's
this was
in his
30s. It was 1973.
The man was born in the 30s.
Maybe
He's 40,
he was
actually.
17. Hey, man. I'm just trying to live life. Breathe
I can tell you
easy,
exactly
man.
how old he was right now.
Yeah, it's true, kid.
So David
We got the
Carradine,
technology.
this is 1971. He's born in. Why is my internet going this slow? I'll tell you when he was born. But first, let me delay that for a minute or two.
Well, I
He's
can
born
say
in 36. So
Oh,
31 plus 4, 35. He's 35 here.
that. Wow.
He's a little bit younger than
Yeah.
us. 3-4
That's the
years
scary.
younger than us.
That's the scariest part of it all, right there.
He looks like he's 47, and his
He looks like
parents are
he's-
paying for his psychiatry bills.
He looks like he's 2 weeks away from shooting Kill Bill Volume 1. That's what he looks like.
Yeah, I think he was staring at this noose right here, and he's just getting ideas. Oh, I can't
Oh,
even. Never
baby,
mind.
huh?
God damn.
I'm going to swing.
Not even going to show
swing,
anything else from
swing,
this episode,
swing.
except swing low, swing chariot, and I'm back of the Thailand.
The problem with this episode is Man from U.N.C.L.E. immediately falls in love with the ghost woman, and like he's obsessed with her. He keeps going back to the farmhouse.
Oh,
And the French guys keep saying, there is no farmhouse. What are you talking about? There's no farmhouse. It's chimney and gravestones. And then you find out that the Frenchman said, and this is what was funny. He tells the story of what happened to the
I
house.
love this line.
And he goes,
He's the French guy.
basically, yeah, the French guy basically says, oh, yeah, what happened was they were
He's French because hooray.
Yeah, he wearing a beret the whole time. We burned them out of their house and we shot them as they ran out on fire because they were fucking werewolves with silver bullets. Pretty much that's what he says.
This isn't a sheep herding. This isn't
Is
a
that Mel
sheep
Brooks?
herding tool. This
Is that Mel Brooks?
This is a murder weapon.
Yes.
This guy looks like he's out of the opening scene of Once Upon a Time in the West. The old man.
He's from a Fellini Leone movie. And these are this is obviously Griffith Park. This is California, not France.
It's either that or Arizona. I recognize this is like
this is Burbank. This is Burbank. This is absolutely 100% Burbank. This is Universal
They're
Studio
like, what's
lot.
the last house out here?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll shoot that 15 feet behind it.
This is Griffith Park or that Western Park where they shoot all their Western stuff. It's like an hour out of Hollywood. Because I did House at that place, and I think I did NCIS at that place. Back when I was an extra.
It's the Sonoran Desert. It's the same desert.
Yeah.
That I live in. You don't. You're a little north of it. You lived in it before.
Is it in? It's in California, though, right?
I don't know literally, but I assume so. But it's the same desert that stretches through Vegas and Arizona and New Mexico and all that, and same fucking desert, same exact landscape.
It's where they shot Star Trek episodes.
France.
Boring.
France does not have a desert in it. The Gorin, I believe, was up in like northern Utah, which changes.
Was it Utah? I feel like they wouldn't go that far. They wouldn't go that far for a Star Trek episode. It's got to be California.
I really don't know.
I'll double check that. I'm pretty.
Gorin, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah. Star Trek. Oh,
I'm sure it's got to be California. If only I had
Northern California on the Vasquez Rocks.
Vasquez Rocks. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Because they shot a lot of stuff there.
It's in the Gorin episode.
Yeah, it's also in probably a few episodes. Yeah. It might be in a couple of Next Generation episodes too.
Location. Either way, it says Vasquez Rocks. That's totally California.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a.
Okay, I'm looking at Vasquez Rocks. That is in Los Angeles County.
Aha!
Not even out of the fucking county.
Well, no, of course not. You think you're gonna drive? You're gonna drive 70 miles in any direction to pay for gas? It's not happening.
They're not going to spend the 73 cents in gas to go outside of the state.
We're not bringing a dozen donuts out to.
Yeah,
we're not bringing a dozen donuts for craft service table in the middle of the fucking desert. No, thank you. That costs money.
Okay. All right, let me fast forward.
Please.
David Carradine he's sending letters to people who are saying they're in love with this girl, because when David Carradine is in his little in the building of the insane asylum, he says he looks out and he sees the white chimney and a big house, and suddenly he started seeing people coming out, and he became obsessed with it. This is the backstory. And then the sheriff's like, we found these letters of the kid who was eaten alive. What the fuck happened? And then suddenly the therapist dude, the man from U.N.C.L.E., starts to go over to the house, and he sees it's a real house, and he's like, oh, it's a real. And then they get the wig lady. She comes out and she's like, hello. And she's like, shut the fuck up. He's mine. He's mine. Shut up. Hey. And you're like, something's up with this bitch. You're not surprised. She yells at them, and you hear dogs howling. And I didn't think werewolves at this time. I'm just like, oh, they got some dogs. And then she comes out, and she's like, oh, hello. He's like, I want some water. It reminded me of Once Upon a Time in the West with
Charlie Bronson and his baby cup.
drinking out his cup.
Thank you for this
Like,
whiskey.
go.
2 bullets in him.
It's good. But
Too many.
he drinks it, and then he gives it back to her, and he's like, I gotta go. And she drinks it, and you see that it's like this shit going on.
Well, she's got red.
Therefore, werewolf.
No, her middle finger's longer than her other fingers. That's a werewolf.
That's what I'm trying to do. Like,
Yeah. I got it naturally. Because look at me, I'm a wolf.
no, your middle finger is longer. It's the index finger's longer.
No, I think they said the middle finger is longer, right? And she has red
middle
nails.
finger's always longer.
That's what I thought. But I think her middle finger was longer, though, like
Here it
by
is.
a lot. Because she had some
Oh.
long.
While I have the shot pulled up here,
She has a longer middle finger, right?
I have the shot pulled up of his pentagrams. Because it turns out David Carradine is feeding people to the house.
yes.
And he asked to see the pentagrams, and here they are in all their glory. I'm going to wait a minute. Here we go. Ha ha! Oh, shit, it got all fuzzy. Look at that. God damn it. Why'd it get all fuzzy?
Well, it's not even. Oh, there it is. And they're slow. There they are. You barely see them. They're very,
Hold on.
very pale. It looks like sheriff
This
stars.
is how those are on his hands.
Yeah, it looks like sheriff badges.
It
doesn't even
looks like a
pentagram.
sheriff star.
Yeah.
It looks
yeah.
nothing like a pentagram. It looks
I'm a
100% like a sheriff's badge.
I'm the junior sheriff at the Denny's that they gave me when I got my pancakes the other day.
I'm the sheriff of Denhamville. I'm the Denhamville sheriff. I wear the denim
solved
jacket, the denim jeans, you know.
I solved the maze on the back of the menu. They let me be the sheriff. I'm
I found my way all to the end. It only took me 3 tries.
It only took me 3 people to give to the werewolf ghosts, but I did it. Yeah, this episode is so fucking boring and pointless.
All right.
And then he goes back and she says, run away because she doesn't want to eat him. And she tells Man from U.N.C.L.E., come back with the Bible, read this passage, and then come back to do that. But hurry. You have to do it before a certain time. So because he does it, he passes out.
Don't look behind you.
Yeah, and then the German shepherds are after him. Not wolves, not even coyotes. German shepherds. That's all they are. And it was very disappointing. And then
The reason she tells him to fuck off forever, and the reason he comes back is because the wolves kill his coworker.
yes.
And then he comes out and he's like, "What the fuck?"
And then the dog saves him, though.
Here's
The
your
dog
werewolves
saves him.
here.
Yeah, so pointless.
So he's getting attacked by these 2 dark wolves who are her parents. And she comes up as a white wolf and fights him off. He's holding
Black
one
wolf.
stick, and luckily they're biting that stick because they're dogs.
Yeah.
Dick, this episode is awful.
Yeah,
It's
it's
awful.
not. It's just.
And they said
kind
the
of
hardest
just
part of
meandering.
filming this episode was the fact of their dog. Yeah, he keeps
I
going back to
believe
the
it.
house, and he'll show up, and it's like dramatic right now. He's like talking to the woman. He's like, how could I do that? And it cuts to him like walking up to the fence with the French guy, and he's like, hey, and they're like, wasn't I just in a scene with him? It's jarring, and it's really long.
Do you think this was like a 50-minute episode that they condensed to 25 minutes? Actually, it was about a half hour.
30.
Episode.
It's 51 minutes.
Was it 51 minutes?
Okay, so
no. There's
that's
another
the
half.
episode.
There's another story.
Yeah, the very end.
I think it's about 20-minute episode.
So it is. Oh, you wish. 33 minutes.
33 minutes. Okay, yeah, that's why. It probably was a 55-minute or an hour episode. They just condensed it to 33 and tacked on the Orson Welles one.
Well, it's fucking stupid. It's I don't know what's the worst part. The fact that it's called the Phantom Farmhouse, and the fact that it's not a lie, because it is a phantom of a werewolf.
Farmhouse. Yeah, they're werewolves that live there, and they're ghosts, but yet they're werewolves. And then he reads the passage.
The house is a ghost.
The house is a ghost because he reads the passage, he passes out, he wakes up. The French guy wakes him up, and he goes, "Where's the house? Where's the house?" And there's tombstones and a chimney steeple. That's it. Because that's what
I found left. A great still here of one of these grotesque werewolves.
This is the dog from Paw Patrol.
Not at all a German Shepherd just running and having fun.
The dog from Paw Patrol.
Is that Bigfoot? Is this Bigfoot?
Oh, speaking of Bigfoot,
look at that werewolf. Look at that werewolf.
I learned something today. So apparently, I guess, anytime a whale mates with a female whale, there's usually, it does it in like 3 or 4. It's like group sex with a female. So there's a line of guys waiting to fuck the whale. So what they do is they get excited, right?
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. And so what they do is they get, horny. So they get a boner, and a whale boner is like 50 feet. So they turn it upside down, and their dick comes out of the water and gets some air. And I guess they were saying people would see that and think it was a serpent or Loch Ness. Yeah, and because it looks just like it.
I saw.
So I was like, oh, that's interesting.
We have the same whale dick.
Probably
because it is curled. And
yeah,
I saw the exact same thing.
It was pretty interesting. I never heard that before. Like, oh wow, that makes sense.
It looks like a giant curled piece of Laffy Taffy. It looks ridiculous. It is like bright ass pink.
Laffy Taffy. Oh, Laffy Taffy.
Saw that. But hey, there's no whales in the fucking Loch Ness.
Well, that's the thing. Did a whale get caught in the lake and it's deep because they don't know how deep Loch Ness is. So maybe it got lost. It came out. It got lonely. Got horny. Started jerking off in the middle of Scotland. Hey, it's a teenage whale. Got lost and know what else to do. You never know.
Well,
and
I don't know a whole lot about Loch Ness. Let's look it up.
I think Loch Ness is. They don't know how deep.
As far as I know, it's in the middle of the.
Well, much like the Great Lakes, they don't know how.
Though.
They don't know how deep the Great Lakes are. And the Great Lakes, I think, lose more ships than the ocean.
Lake Superior.
Yeah.
Lake Superior is the only one that's.
Do you think Megalodon's down there? Do you think that movie's down there? Megalodon? 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 It's Megalodon.
I like how you Frenched it up.
It's Megalodon. Uh-oh. Frank's coming. Frank responded.
To start episode.
Yes.
2.
Well, too late. We're done with episode 1. Yeah, that's it. And then he says,
"Here's Loch Ness."
Yeah,
Loch Ness is right here. It looks like it's got a the ocean would go there.
Oh, I think so.
Possible whale dick to go up there. Yeah. Tell him show up now for 1. If not, if you're more than 2 minutes from now, no. I'll just say, this episode is fucking boring and long, and it just keeps going. Sorry, I'm still screen sharing. I never knew what the fuck was happening or why. Like, I didn't hear her tell him to get a Bible and come on over, bitch. I just heard her. I saw her hand it to him and go read this. Don't look back. Don't even look behind you.
Yeah.
So what
No,
the
she makes
plot
it
of this
sit- yeah.
ended up being? He had to do a werewolf ghost exorcism at the gravesite
Yes.
of them because the
Yes.
two French guys did a Freddy Krueger and burned them alive and shot them when they ran out with silver bullets.
Shot them as
And
they
then
were ran
when
the
they
house
tell
on
him
fire.
that- And then when they tell Man of Uncle that, he literally goes, "I don't believe you." And they're like, "Why? Why didn't you believe us? What the fuck?
Because
We
because
burned
I don't
people
believe
alive and shot them."
I don't believe your accent. Because I know you're an actor. I
I
know
wanna
you're a
hear-
Hispanic
I want
actor
to see if I can get
from
this
Tarzana.
audio.
You're not a Frenchman.
Set the place on fire.
Here it is.
What happened?
Yeah.
The Lugaroo come running out. And what happened? We shoot
What
them
happened?
with silver bullets.
I'm sorry, Pierre. I just don't believe you.
That's all he says.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Pierre. I don't believe you. Why would I lie?
Fucking Frank. Join now,
Get
a-hole.
in here. Yeah, just come in.
Fire up.
Jesus fucking Christ.
So,
Sure asking.
while we're wrapping up, he can give his opinion on it. It's a cool painting. The episode, though, has a two-parter: Phantom Farmhouse and Silent Snow, Secret Snow. 7.4 between the two of them.
He'll be home
Oh,
in
fuck
10
you,
minutes.
Frank.
He's done. You're over. You're
So
done.
he's 45 minutes out.
We'll be done by then.
So 45 for you. Never mind. So Adam, I apologize that on your first birthday after you are deceased,
Thanks,
we're doing
Adam.
the Phantom Farmhouse and talking about Tobey Maguire and whatever else we did to fill the last hour.
Well,
56
for your
minutes,
birth
57 minutes
for
going
your
on.
for your birthday, Adam, I bought you a nice Julie Strain Blu-ray. Big old titty Blu-ray for you.
Ship it out and it goes right to me and then back over to Frank.
Exactly. He loved him some Julie Strain. Granted, but she had a really tragic story too. So maybe they're hand in hand in a movie theater in the sky, watching a really bad movie, watching a bad Roger Corman movie.
She's dead? I had no idea.
No, she's dead. No, she's dead. Yeah, it was really sad. She got all fucked up. She was fucked up. It was a real sad story.
I had no idea. Don't know much about her.
No, that's all you need to know.
Oh, Frank just sent me K.
Okay, whatever.
Fuck you.
Hey, Frank.
Are you an angry girlfriend, Frank?
Whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, that's wonderful. I want to talk about
One key.
I want to talk about the Phantom Stranger, or what is this episode called? The Phantom House.
Shack podcast going?
Shack was good. I want to
Yo,
talk about
Shack.
the Phantom.
Charles
Oh.
Barkley.
Charles, I think
Go
this
to
episode,
Subway.
I would give this episode a 7 out of 5.
What?
7 stars out of 5.
That's a high score. That mathematically that makes sense.
Because if you use the division symbol, it's less than negative. It was terrible. I give it a
Gave
5.
This episode a 4.
I'd say, yeah, 5.4. It's about
Wow,
what it
you
is.
went higher than me for once.
I did.
So you think this is slightly worse than Try?
well,
Just
5
slightly.
5 is my mediocre, boring, just pointless, whatever. 3 is bad. 2 is awful.
agree.
4 is shit. 5 is like, I didn't care enough to hate it as much.
But- So yours 6 for me means I liked it, but nothing stood out. That's what 6 is for me. That's
yeah,
good.
that's fine. Yeah, that's good.
That's what. But you like Try just slightly more than this episode.
Yeah, because
That
it
I
had a better
find
looking.
incredible.
It had a better looking girl in it. There you go. That's
Yeah,
fine.
Topher Grace.
Topher Grace is
Speaking of
much more
Spider-Man
attractive-
3,
much more attractive than.
we brought it
David
full
Carradine.
circle. All right.
Topher Grace,
Or
who
that
is
girl.
older. Topher Grace, who is older than David Carradine in Try, looking like he's 22 compared to David Carradine's 1971
Oh,
35-year-old body.
I wanted to bring that up so bad in that episode that we did on Saturday, but I forgot. Topher Grace is like 40 something in that episode.
Yeah, he's old.
She's
he's older than us.
20, 24. He's 45.
Really?
Like
she looks
good,
older than he does. Yeah,
45.
That's crazy.
But yeah, it's just creepy. That's another creepy layer on top of this.
That's
They
good.
didn't
That
mention
works
his
in the
age.
favor. Yeah, that's what they should have done.
Yeah, Eddie Brock's age never came up in that episode.
Oh, my Spidey sense is tingling.
Spider-Man 3.
Spidey sense is
Ah,
tingling.
took you a second.
If you know what I mean.
With Jeff Goldblum? What's that? Jeff Goldblum as Spider-Man?
Oh, yes. Hello.
Tingle.
I've made these web shooters. Now
Brad
here
Belfort.
I have made these shooters, and I will shoot you, and it will not kill you. It will incapacitate you if I use force. If I use force against you, you will fall against the brick.
Hey,
and the brick
him
wall
and
will
Thor
knock you out.
Ragnarok is great.
Oh no, Jeff Goldblum's funny. I just watched Into the Night. Watch Into the Night, the Blu-ray. It's one of his first movies because John Landis liked him, and I guess John Landis casted him off of the list of The Big Chill because they wanted Tom Berenger. He didn't do it. Kevin Kline didn't do it, and they finally got to Jeff Goldblum, and they said, "Yeah, let's go with Jeff Goldblum, see what he does." And Jeff Goldblum nailed it. He was great. And Jeff Goldblum, they talked to him now, in an interview on the Blu-ray, and he talked about how like Hollywood was different back then, and it was really good interview. And he's funny, like he's a funny guy. He's kind of an oddball, but it's like it's an act, but not an act. It's who he is, and it's like you can tell that that's who he is. But he's really just cool, and he's really funny, and he's very, very humble, and he's just like very thankful for all the stuff that he's happened to him in his career. He's a good guy, and he comes out and he looks really good. It makes him look real good as a person.
And you just reminded me of something that I brought up earlier and we completely skipped over. I want to talk about the Kellogg's movie with Matthew Broderick
Kellogg's
that you brought up earlier.
Wellville. Yeah, we'll
Road
talk about
Wellville.
that. Let's talk about that in Trance because we're not going to have nothing to talk about during Trance.
No, we'll talk about nothing during Trance. That's fine.
Exactly.
But this is the perfect ending of this episode because I want to talk about that movie because that movie came out in 94.
Yes.
I watched it the same day I watched Shawshank Redemption for the first time.
Holy shit.
Someone in high school goes, "You need to watch Shawshank Redemption." His name is Mark. Shout out to Mark. He goes, "You got to watch that." And I go, "Okay." I rented that, and I also rented Road to Wellville because I was obsessed with movies with SNL people in it, and it had someone from SNL. I don't remember who it is at this time.
Charlie Rocket.
Like John Lovitz have a 3-second scene.
No.
Dana Carvey have a 4-second scene.
Who is the SNL?
Someone in the movies from SNL.
If it's Charlie Rocket, I'm going to laugh.
Or it's I don't know, but someone in the movie was from. So I rented it, or that's just what I thought. That's why I rented it.
Dana Carvey.
So I watched it, or maybe it was because it also Dana Carvey's in it.
Dana Carvey's in it. He's George. He's George Kellogg.
I knew I rented it for some stupid reason. Yeah, some stupid fucking reason. And I watched it, and I go, "It's a movie. It's a comedy about the guy who founded Kellogg's going to a spa."
No, it's the Kellogg Spa.
Yeah, and that's it.
Yeah. No, yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah. No, it's a true story. It happened. Yeah. It's a true story. That was real.
But I found myself taking a shit and said, based on a true story, I took a shit. It wouldn't make it more interesting.
Well, right here, one of the reviewers gave 2 stars.
Fucking happens.
Much like this episode. Here's a 2-star headline. A must-see if you're into enemas and fart jokes. That's it.
Nothing happens. And normally I'd be like, okay, I'm on board for that. Let's see what nothing happens. Like Seinfeld, nothing. It's about nothing. But this had a great cast. Like if you look at that cast, it is deep. And nothing fucking happens.
Yeah.
And it's a movie about Kellogg's.
Wow.
And I can't tell what the point of this is. How this got made is beyond me. How this made it past any of the checkpoints the studio would do.
Oh, it's a big bomb too.
Like, yes,
$25 million.
Bomb.
$25 million budget. Worldwide gross was $6 million.
Well, it came out the same year as Shawshank, right?
Yes.
Was it also 94? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So I rented both those movies and I was like, all right, I was told I would love it. Holy shit, I love that movie. Immediately put in the VHS for Road to Wellville. And I'm like, all right, let's see. Dana Carvey's in it. I was watching any movie with anyone from SNL. And I was like, wait, what?
Talk about having a cinematic boner. A cinematic boner, and you get immediately you watch Road to Wellville.
Oh, yay! Frank's not here, but Frank's kind of here.
He's alive.
Frank, he's all right. Well, we're gonna keep going live here for a minute here on this episode, just because Frank just joined us. I want to hear his opinion. Frank, can you hear us?
Shit. Yeah. Why'd you start early?
What's your opinions on the Phantom Farmhouse while we're reviewing it?
It sucked.
All right. Till next week.
Thank you. Until next time. No, it's fucking terrible, right? It is awful.
Just boring.
Give your opinion now that you're joining us very, very late at the 11-hour mark. What? Just describe your thoughts watching this. How did the werewolves catch you off guard? And you do your thing.
It was a terrible way to use David Carradine.
Sure.
I want some more electricity here, Frank.
I don't know. I just got done freaking out on a guy on the road for almost hitting me. I'm all frazzled.
Well, you live in New Jersey.
Did he almost hit you, or did you almost hit him with your record of car crashes?
My record of car crashes.
Minivan accident.
They all include just me, not other people.
I don't know if that's better or worse.
Well, not other people in the car.
Right.
I've never killed anybody or even come close.
Not on paper.
Exactly. I was able to run from that one.
But
exactly.
To be fair, that's by happenstance. If someone was taking a nap on their rear bumper on their parked car, would you have?
I never hit a parked car.
Not stupid.
I thought all your accidents were parked cars.
No, it was just me by myself. Trees, mainly.
Okay.
Trees and poles.
Oh, yeah.
Trees.
So
Pollocks.
I want to know your opinions on the werewolves and ghosts in this episode, because we thought it was going to be a ghost episode, and suddenly they're throwing fucking werewolves out of nowhere.
I honestly thought the same thing. I thought it was going to be like a ghost or a poltergeist or something like that. Something supernatural, but I mean, I guess
ghost werewolves.
I mean, I guess a werewolf is supernatural, but it's just stupid. I hate werewolf stories. It's just dumb.
Except for American Werewolf in London, all of them can go fuck themselves.
I like
every
Dog
single
Soldiers.
Story involving werewolves. I haven't seen that.
The Howling's good.
I hear it's good.
The Howling is good.
Howling,
Dog Soldiers is a lot of fun.
Joe Dante's.
Yeah, Dog
Silver
Soldiers
Bullet
is fun.
stupid.
Silver Bullet is silly.
I would just like to say in the beginning of this episode,
it's not bad.
What was with the platforms in the trees?
Yeah, we talked about that. We called it the Spider Shaggy set. Austin Powers set.
Yeah, basically.
It reminded me of his plane, where he's a circle bed in the plane, and he's like,
"Do I make you horny, baby?"
What? Let's change it over to this.
You ain't.
By the way,
Mike, sorry
everything
about
I
that.
do is like delayed 4 minutes. You can
Well,
see
you're-
that? I
you're-
can't see that yet.
Your internet, your
There it
camera
is.
gets muddled. So I think your internet is slow.
Yeah, we'll have to between the
Something's
episodes
off.
refresh here.
Yeah.
I pay for the highest. I have Gigablast. That's a gig a second, and still doesn't matter for upload, even though it's 40 uploads, whatever.
Gigablast. Jizzablast.
Let's go to LIW. All right, Frank, out of 10, what do you give this episode?
A 2.
Wow.
Wow.
It was boring.
You gave it a
I-
2. I gave it a 4. Dick gave
I
it
think
a
I
5.
fell asleep through the middle of it.
No, go ahead.
I believe I fell asleep through the middle of it.
Yeah, that
I
sounds
thought
about
I
right.
was being harsh on this one, giving it a 4.
It was.
That makes
it was
sense.
Just boring. Just boring.
It's very boring. Yeah, you're not wrong.
We're
And just
Very,
we're at
very
the end of the
boring. Just the
podcast
aesthetic-
here.
just the aesthetic of. I'm sorry. Good. I'm sorry.
No, I was literally going to ask you for your remainder of your thoughts. So go ahead.
Just they couldn't pick an aesthetic of this podcast. Like, is it 70s hippie or is it, 1820s England? I mean, which is it
It was France.
or whatever?
That's the worst part. Was France.
Old
Why?
country.
Why France? Why France? Hey, Jacques, whatever the fuck his name was.
Yeah.
Who with the
Oh,
beret?
oui. I killed the werewolf. We put in the house down, shot him with silver bullets. I don't believe you. Okay, have fun. Go out there. Fuck you.
We
I don't
shut
believe-
them up. We burned their
Because
house down
I
and
think-
shut them with
I
silver
think a
bullets.
regular dog killed these sheep. So fuck you, Jacques. Okay, fuck
Were
you.
they
Have
sh-
fun at the
were they
ghost house
sheep?
then. There's no house there.
Were they really sheep or were they just shaggy coats with paint on them?
Yeah, that's the thing.
I know the werewolves were just German shepherds.
Yes, they were.
Yeah, I'm like
Was it a World War
I-
II reference?
I thought a werewolf
I
was
don't
supposed
know.
to be a man that turned into a dog. They did go in the
You
opposite
know what's on my
direction.
top
with this.
100 movies? American Werewolf in London.
Oh, it's a great movie.
I've never seen it.
It's a great
Great
comedy.
movie.
It's a great movie. The sequel, not so much. Don't bother.
No. I don't consider that a sequel.
What was the
That's
sequel? American Werewolf in
Tom-
Moscow?
No, Paris.
Oh God.
Paris.
Much
Tom
worse.
Everett Scott.
Much worse.
It's him fucking some European broad. I don't know. But my favorite scene in that movie is the porno with the. It's like, how are you going behind my back fucking this guy? I don't know you, mister. Oh, right. And he walks out the room. That's the porno they're watching. It's fucking hilarious.
Bow chicka wow wow.
Great movie. Yeah. Any parting words of wisdom, Frank, on this episode? I know you're coming late. I want to make sure we get all your thoughts because we're not touching this episode. I will forget we ever watched this again.
I wish I didn't have to in the first place. No, it was it sucked. Just
Nothing
sucked. This typical night
Sucked.
gallery.
It sucks.
Typical night gallery schlock.
And I said earlier, this episode sucks. It's so boring and it's very long. And it's still not in the bottom, 25% of Night Gallery for me.
It was
Yeah.
so long.
I rather
It
watch
was
this
long.
again than some of the 30-second Jack Laird episodes.
Like-
Yeah.
Like how many shots of the house did this have in it? Honestly, how many times did they show the goddamn house just to pad the runtime? Had to be like 18 different shots of the same shot.
I
of
love when the
street.
bitch goes, yes. She goes, don't show up here again. I love you. Don't show up. Oh,
She
hey.
does it like-
Why
She
are
does that
you
four,
here?
Four
Like,
times.
God damn, bitch. Make up your mind. All right. Let's get out of here. Until next time. In the meantime, I'm Phoenix West.
Frank Links.
There you go. Werewolf.
Middle finger from Dick.
Ah.
So long, citizens. Fuck you, werewolf. Fuck you, ghost werewolf. Why are there ghost werewolves? Why is that a thing now?
Ghost werewolf dogs. Then we burnt their
There's a
house
ghost
down and shut them.
werewolf.
We shot them as they ran out screaming,
Nah,
and we
No, it was
forgot.
a regular dog. Hey,
We,
to be fair, he wasn't wrong. It was just a regular dog that they showed
here's
that
the
killed the
thing.
sheep.
Actually, point of order, mistake on my part. We lit the wrong house on fire. We shot them as they ran out, and then we burnt the other place down and shot them too, just to be safe. I'm not sure exactly. There were two farmhouses.
The
Two
first
farmhouses.
house was Jean-Pierre Frederick Kruger. We
He
burned
was
the
a
wrong
kid
house
toucher.
down.
He was a kid toucher, so we were vindicated. It was okay.
So we called it good. Yeah, we.
Now-
yeah.
Now
No
he's
harm, no
hunting.
foul, as you would say.
He haunts all the children on Elm Rue. On Rue de Elm. We could
makes-
be Rue de
he
Elm
makes
is
all
Mike
the-
Nightmares.
All the 40-year-old teenagers, he makes them choke themselves when they masturbate in hotels in Thailand. He makes them do that. R.I.P. David Carradine.
If it wasn't for Quentin
That's our
Tarantino,
podcast
no one
ends.
would remember.
Very true.
I knew who he was as a kid. Just from MST, really. I also watched, Kung Fu. Did you guys watch Kung Fu at all?
I've
No.
seen some of it. I never was a
Either the
big fan.
original or the Legend Continues.
I remember the
No.
newer one. I've seen some of those because it's just like, why not?
It was never fun. I also was a huge fan of
Alienation.
the Incredible Hulk series.
Oh, the 70s one?
Alienation also, but the Incredible Hulk
Alienation's a
series with
fun movie. Doom, 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 doom.
I haven't seen the movie.
Which one?
It's weirdly
Hulk?
not where I know James Caan from. I know the TV show. No,
Oh, the
Incredible
Alienation
Hulk. I watch
movies.
the TV show all the time.
Yeah,
I'm like, this is so
yeah.
bad.
The Alienation movie's good.
I'm gonna
I like the
restart real
Alienation.
quick or I'm gonna reload real quick. One second.
Okay. Should we get
I'll
off
be right back.
this?
I'll be right back. I'll be right back. No, stay.
Oh.
So that was dumb.
What was?
You guys here?
Yeah.
Hi. My internet's just like fucked. I had to turn off. She went back to work today, so I think her internet on the computer. So I turned off her computer. I think I'm good. Am I good? Can you hear me like in real time?
I can't see you because the I'll be right back screen's up.
I know. I'm turning it off. What? It turned back on. Cool. And I hit hide. There we go. Am I freezing?
Yeah.
It's still kind of hazy.
You're very pixelated and choppy.
Fun.
Is it scorching hot in there?
No. Why?
Just wondering. She
No,
went
just
back
a
to work.
little angry right now. Why the fuck? Yes.
I was gonna say she went back to work. You turn the air on.
She's working in with the add Richard in it. Added some lady on IMDb. It's like we're
What?
some lady. I went to add you on right now. What I was doing in the interim was adding this on IMDb. In your name, and it goes Richa Morjahan, some Indian actress.
Ah,
I was
hottie.
like, yep, that bitch is show. Hottie with a body. She's in this episode. You remember that last one where she showed up? Her Indian wisdom. You guys ready for the next one?
No.
Frank, you need to wake the fuck up.
This one's going to be 20 minutes long of that.
Well, let's
What?
start. What's starting now? We're doing a live show. We're doing a podcast right now. Fuck it. Let's hear an intro, shall we? I want to hear something fun. Something, I don't know. Fun.
Great Caesar's ghost, a talking
In another minute,
crazy
you'll hear
dog.
that.
I'm Krusty the Clown, and I love you very much.
That doll is evil, I tells ya. Evil! Evil!
Bordering in Wonderland, the Twilight Zone review.
I'm Krusty the Clown, and I don't like you. I'm Krusty the Clown, and I'm going to kill you.
Didn't even pull the string that time.
Hello, citizens. Welcome to whatever the fuck this is. 343 of this show. TZ85, 310 the Trance. I'm Phoenix West.
I'm Frank Blanks here with you now.
That's the worst Talos I've ever heard. Or what was his name?
Delos?
Delos.
From
I think
Atlantis.
it's Delos.
I'm from Atlantis.
Delios.
Jeff Bezos from Amazon.
I think it was like
an alien,
Delios.
whatever it was.
Yeah, so this episode
I
was
wrote
just
Delos
pointless.
because Westworld is Delos.
This
sucks.
episode was trying
I
to be
gave
a
it a
moral.
3.
Yeah, I was trying
So
to be a moral
long.
story.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's just one of those like, had a moral to it. And you're just like, I don't care. Whatever. So, yeah, and this guy finds wisdom in real life. It's
My
going to take 30 years to
internet's
find
so
wisdom.
behind. I wrote Richard Piers on IMDb, and he goes, Christina Ricci? That's how far behind it is. I was like,
Wow.
no. Christina
It
Ricci did not
confused-
show up, unfortunately. I would love it if she did.
It confused me with Christina Ricci. I'm so flattered.
She was probably my first crush.
She's got going on. Black Snake Moan.
But Casper?
Casper.
Black Snake Moon was like very like I expected to see more
Graphic?
fucking in it. Yeah, it wasn't as graphic as I hoped.
I was just like her titty pop out a couple times.
Yeah, it was it. It was like, come on, really?
I never
It's
seen it.
more. It's more or less. It's like this episode of Trance. It's a morality tale. It's like a fable.
The Trance. Dick. No.
The
Frank.
Trance.
You did the last episode, Dick. Frank.
Yeah.
Give it a try. The Trance.
It's all you, Frank.
Give this plot a fucking try. I'm so sorry to put this on you. I am very distracted by my slow ass internet.
I mean, we start out with a snake oil salesman trying to, trick people in that he's channeling some long dead guy, and it comes off very bad. People still, for some reason, listen to him. They ask him questions. He's in front of like a group of people who look like they couldn't care less if they were there. And then it's over. And then in the back, you obviously know that they obviously go, talking like these kind of people are, in the back counting all their money, laughing about all the what do you call them? Marks, all the marks that they just took. And all of a sudden,
I don't know if they're marks. Yeah.
No, a mark is somebody that these people, bring in to take their money. They're a mark. So if you get a bunch of them together,
it feels like they're supposed to be. It's the same set as the class of 1999 episode of Night Gallery. Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
You guys, who was here for that one?
I wasn't here for that.
It was just me and you. But
Oh yeah.
But yeah, and then all of a sudden, some disjointed voice comes out of him that has an echo behind it. He doesn't know he's doing it at first, and it's another voice that apparently is real. But
he does at first.
Yeah, instead of being omnipotent, he's
I'm on such a delay. I hate this.
Really? Okay.
I'm on like a 4-second delay because start talking the second I say the word come. Frank, I want you to come.
Come.
See?
Come,
4 or
Alita.
5-second delay that I'm on.
Come, Alita.
Come.
So at any rate, this voice that comes out of him starts basically talking shit on the TV and how they're all corrupt, and he foils their plan to get a bunch of money for faking out a bunch of people. Kind of like a psychic in a way. They tried to be a famous psychic, but this guy foiled their plot to do it by talking truth to people. And then at the end, the guy is all broke. His boy left him, and pretty much, yeah. At the end, we leave him with him and his voice for 30 years. Apparently, he'll be with them for 30 years.
Yeah,
and they're going to go around and basically tell truth to people that they don't want to hear. So, and that's it. And
I don't think
guess
it's even to people. I think it's to himself.
Yeah, right. And I think the moral of it is, when people want to find out truths about themselves, they only want to find out nice truths. They don't want to hear bad truths, because when they hear that, they shut down and freak out. And that's the moral of this story.
You read further into that than I cared to.
Well,
yeah. I just thought it was funny. It was the guy from Bosom Buddies, who's dead now.
It was the other. It was not Tom Hanks.
Not Tom Hanks.
And that's what Dick took from it.
That's all I took from it.
Is he dead?
He died. He just died like last year.
Huh. I'll find out when my internet kicks up. Oh, he died in 2021. From what?
Yeah.
I can take a guess.
Answer. Oh, fun.
COVID.
Fun. He had 4 children, and he's dead now. An accomplished juggler and skilled in circus arts. The first thing on his IMDb. I didn't know he was dead. Fun fact.
Yeah.
Fun meaning, heavy quotes. So I hate this. Not the episode, the internet connection I have, because like I said, 4-second delay, which is really pissing me off. And for no reason. There's no reason I'm on a delay right now.
You're on
Fuck this hard.
You're not bad. Just like Trance.
You sound fine.
What about this? Are you seeing this in? Is it blurry? Is it freezing?
You look like the aliens from that episode with the guy.
Why?
Gets alien goo.
It's choppy as hell.
Why? What is happening? I pay way too much for this shit.
That's right.
I'm done.
Fuck it.
Maybe
I'm not taking cocks anymore.
Maybe the screen behind you is doing it.
I think you guys
find
have
out.
an EMP. Where's Jansen? You gotta fix your computer.
No, it just turns my camera off for a while. And I'll wait. And I'll wait to catch up with you guys.
Now it's
And
basically
all right.
You're frozen. We lost.
How am I now?
You're frozen.
Frozen.
Love it. Love this whole thing. Great.
Well, I guess you have to let it
gonna turn my camera
go. Let it go.
Here's Rod.
You actually got to see the rod.
Stroke
The
the
Frozen never bothered me anyway.
I've never seen Frozen. Thank God I don't have children, so I don't have to watch it. Still Frozen. You're still Elsa as fuck.
This is bad.
Let it be.
Yeah, same song. So, okay. So the Trance. Frank, you summed it up perfectly. It is the plot. I gave 2 notes to this episode. Well, second one is who gives a single shit. First note, though, this is the plot of Assassin's Creed. It's a civilization who came before us, who's speaking now through the hosts, that you're playing in the game, and they're telling you what to do and how to deal with the future and all this sort of shit. And you play, especially in one of the more recent games, which is Odyssey. You play in what's it called? Atlantis. You play in Atlantis. So it reminded me of that game, and that's all I got out of this episode.
I love Atlantis Morissette.
The rest of it is a guy talking in 2 voices. Yeah, she's great. Taylor Hackner played drums for her, then he died. R.I.P.
How ironic.
Taylor Lautner? Oh, the guy
No.
from Foo Fighters. I wish.
Yeah.
You mean he played drums finally as a career and then died?
Yes.
Isn't it ironic?
Don't you think?
Yes. Don't you think? A little too ironic, I'd say. It's like having 10,000 spoons.
But all you need
This is
is
a fun.
knife.
This reminds me of the. I feel like we're on Skype right now.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Skype was never this bad.
I feel like I'm on a different timeline than you guys. Skype was way worse than this. You fucking kidding me?
I don't remember being that bad.
Check the tape, sir. We did so many
You
podcasts
check
on that. It's
yourself,
awful.
sir.
Yeah, it's true.
It's like 10,000 spoons while
I
you
feel
use a
like
knife.
you're about to riggedy wreck yourself. It's a free ride when you already paid. That's not a free ride.
It was
Janice.
funny when it was.
Janice, whatever your name is.
It was funny when you did that podcast.
You already paid. How's it a free ride?
I know. Where you when you dissected that song, when you did a few podcasts, when you dissected songs, and you did that song, and you found 2 ironic instances that she actually.
No, 1. The no smoking sign and your cigarette break. That was the only ironic part in that song.
Yeah.
No, the traffic jam when you're already late.
That's not ironic.
That's not ironic.
Waiting your whole damn
Bad
life to
scheduling.
Waiting your whole damn life to take that flight, and the plane goes down. You think, well,
bad timing.
That's not. It should be called bad timing. Isn't it bad timing?
Bad timing.
Don't you think? Ironic. It's a little bad timing.
A little Canadian ironic.
Yeah, exactly. Canadian educational system sucks. Much like American.
The Trance is more ironic because he pretends to hear this voice, and then suddenly, once he's hearing the voice, it gives up the jig, and he hears the voice, and now he's stuck with it. I wish that was more meaningful than what I just said. It is just boring.
Yeah.
It is boring.
Excuse me.
There's not much. It's just not much to it, and it's kind of surprising because it's written by co-written by J. Michael Straczynski, who's a very good writer. And this is just kind of like I guess a throwaway episode. We're just like, yeah, we got Peter Scolaro for a week. He likes to do this voice of this Atlantean. Okay, he can do like a Conan voice. Let him do it. Go from there, whatever.
He was doing the Batman voice.
Let him have fun.
Let him have acting. He's tired of being called. Stupid. He's tired of being called a queer, being in that Bosom Buddies movie.
He's Tom Hanks' bitch. That's all he is. This episode sucks. I gave it a 3.
Yeah, it's about a 3.
Yeah.
I give it a 4.
I like this less than the previous episode.
Yeah.
If I give it a 4, is that ironic? No.
Yeah.
I don't think.
No. It's pretty ironic.
Not too ironic.
Though I really do think.
Well, yeah, I really don't think. I don't give a shit.
It's like rain on your wedding day.
Rain.
What are you doing? Trying to hear the smoke? What are you doing?
I don't know what he's doing.
Who, me?
Yes.
Charging this fucking headset.
If I turn this off, does my audio catch up at all?
No.
Clearly not, because there's a 5-second delay now. This is fun. I'm gonna count down to 1. The second I hit 1, you guys, Frank, I want you to say something when I hit 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Something.
In the way she moves.
I'm really at 5 seconds now.
Wow, that's not good. That's terrible.
That is insanity. It is fucking frustrating on my end because you guys are talking and I hear your audio, but I'm still talking and I'm like, they're not actually talking over me, but I'm still talking. So the podcast is going to hear it in real time, but not the YouTube clip.
Oh shit!
Oh, this is just
sorry,
podcast this episode.
That's so weird.
I mean, they listen to all the Skype episodes. You see that Greg's doing a lot better now, Frank?
Who?
Muffin?
Greg, Muffin. He's doing a lot better now.
Egg McMuffin?
That's good.
Check him out on Facebook. He's doing a lot better. Muffin's our like our biggest fan.
Oh.
Greg Mirren. We call him Muffin. But dude looks like he's doing great. He's taking his sister out, like showing her the city. And
that's cool.
Yeah, it looks like he's got a job. He's working.
Good for him.
The reason I bring him up is because I was thinking of who actually listens to our show, and he seems like he's doing really well now, and I'm glad for him.
You know who doesn't listen to our show anymore? Birthday boy Adam.
Frank just came.
Yeah, I know, Frank. You gotta
Yes.
come up with an
Frank,
Adam story.
You weren't
or
here
an
for
Adam...
the first episode. Adam would have hated this episode as well.
Oh, absolutely.
An Adam story?
Nah, whatever. It doesn't matter. I was trying to pad the time here.
I would like No. Dick's got a good point here. Let's talk about an Adam story. Each one of us goes around and tells an Adam story that, could be something we all heard and we're all there for. Could be the Schwarzenegger shirt that he wore, that Dick Jansen called him out on.
That was a good one.
That was the greatest. Oh, all right.
I remember how Adam
he'd be 48 today, by the way.
Wow. Still look better than David Carradine in 1971.
Yeah, right.
We were watching a commercial yesterday, and she goes, "Doesn't it look like your friend Adam?" And I was like, "No, way more attractive." But yes, it does look a lot like him. Some guy in like a dental commercial. I was like, that does look a lot like him, but like if Adam was good looking.
If it was good looking. Oh no.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It was true. Does anyone have a story you want to tell? Dick, it was your idea. Do you have a story right off the bat?
Well, I just remember we because one of our ideas was to reflect and review Dune, the new movie that he was really excited about, and he didn't get to see. He just kept pushing it back for fucking COVID, which was really frustrating. And I'm just like, God damn it! So he didn't get to watch it, but I don't know if he would have liked it as much as we thought he could. I mean, he probably would have, but I don't know how big of a Dune nerd he was, though, because he liked the show, the miniseries, which everyone says the miniseries is pretty damn close.
Because I have all of his DVDs that his sister didn't keep. He didn't have David Lynch's Dune, which is weird, but he had the Dune remake in 2002 with James McAvoy, or if that is Children of Dune. He had both of those. So big fan of Dune, I would say.
Yeah.
I didn't see any of them, and now that I have them, I will not watch them still.
Of course.
But yeah, I think should we take off next week's Twilight Zone and do the Dune reviews?
Good.
Dune review, I should say.
Yeah, I ain't watching
or put it on the schedule for later.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just the new one. It's on HBO Max.
Yeah, it's on HBO Max right now.
I'm curious.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
And that was kind of the point of today's episode, to do Dune, and we didn't do it.
Yeah.
Life gets in the way, as Jeff Goldblum clearly said.
Yes. I just want to say, Adam, I never met you, but good job on what you had accomplished, and I do enjoy. Yes, I enjoy those triple X parodies you enjoy. They're very good. They're very funny. I don't have the need to
Frank
touch
will have
myself.
them soon.
Yes, Frank, you're going to get all his porno soon.
Those are coming now, Frank, for real. They're coming all over you, just like you are.
They're coming.
At this point, though, you are relying on the post office.
Ooh, good luck with that.
So it could be 12 months.
12 years from now, you'll receive.
When did you send him out?
He hasn't yet.
Tomorrow.
Which means it'll never happen.
They're on my docket for tomorrow.
You know, it's kind of funny.
We are relying on the post office now.
You know what you need to get for your room? I think you could probably buy a bunch of Twilight Zone, like vintage comics, for nothing because they're not worth anything. Let me see.
Yeah, send them to me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just Twilight Zone comics.
What's your thought?
Let's see how much they go for. They have 1990s versions.
I'll take whatever you got. I will pin them up behind me in my new office.
Oh, here you go. Oh, wow. Check this out. 2013, numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 annual. A lot of 9 books, $20, $5 shipping. That looks interesting.
What's the 8? Is that the number you don't have of all your series? Or 3? 3.
3? Yes, 3 is always the number that I don't have. For some reason, the 3rd issue is always eluding me. Like, what the fuck? It's like, for some reason, like, what? Why?
Okay. Adam stories. I'll tell my Adam story, and I feel guilty, but I'll do it. Okay,
Fine.
so it was before you joined, Dick. It was Francis Linker. There he goes. So it was just me, Adam, and Frank at one point. And I kept going like, here's what we're going to do, guys. And both of you and Adam were so fucking negative about everything I said.
Ha!
And he was like, what are we going to do? Why are we doing this? Fuck this. Like, why are we? And I'm like, fuck you. And then I wrote to Adam. Adam's like, so when are we doing that show? I don't want to do it. And I'm like, fuck you, man. Like, we're doing it here. If you don't want to be here, fuck it. Like, I wasn't like a dick, but I was like, no, I don't give a shit. Like, you know what? If you don't want to find the episode here, I'll send you the Blu-ray. And I sent him the Blu-ray for Village of the Damned for John Carpenter.
Oh.
And he goes, thanks, man. It was a year ago today. You know how I know that? Because he goes, wait, was that my birthday present? And you're just like fucking around with me? And I was like, yes. Yes, that was your birthday present. I'm just fucking with you.
Absolutely, yes.
Really, in reality, I was like, stop bitching, both of you. Like, both of you guys are bitching so hard about like how to find the movie, and I was like, yes, Adam, that was your birthday gift. Not me in frustration going, fine, here's the fucking movie. and now I have that movie because his sister sent it to me.
Yeah.
That's a real story. I could take the credit, but it was out of frustration that I sent it to him a year ago today.
I take back what I say.
Adam?
These vintage Twilight Stones are kind of expensive.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's not that bad.
Frank?
Yo.
Adam story. As stupid as you want. It doesn't matter. His birthday today. He'd be 48. If you got nothing, I'll understand.
An Adam story. I don't want to be negative.
You can be that.
No.
I was negative in mine.
Warts and all. That's the thing. It was warts and all.
Yeah, mine was negative because Adam was bitching so much about how to find that movie, and I'm like, I'll fucking send you the movie. Fine.
I never had a personal problem with him like you guys did, but you tell the story.
No, we weren't friends for a
while. No, they were momentary.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, that's on record. But you guys patched up, so tell your story. It doesn't matter. Warts and all, like Dick said.
I'll just tell a story of why we didn't become friends, and I just want to preface it with we did become friends, and inevitably afterwards we patched it up. But the reason why we didn't become friends is we kept on saying we were going to do War of the Worlds review together, just me and him, because nobody else wanted to do it.
Tom Cruise one or the old?
No,
one?
The original, because we both agreed that Tom Cruise should never disrespect War of the Worlds by redoing it. But at any rate, I wasn't getting a whole lot of sleep at the time, so we were supposed to meet up at a certain time, and I had fallen asleep.
Story.
Yeah, I had fallen asleep, and then I woke up, and it was like probably a half hour past when we were supposed to do it. So I gave him a call. I'm like, "Yo, I'm here. I just fell asleep, whatever." But I'm getting the movie now in, and I'm putting it in whatever. And my I fumbled my phone, and when I grabbed it, I hung up on him.
Oh, that's got to be awkward.
Yeah, but so I
No,
tried,
fuck you, man.
and then I called him. I tried to call him back, and he wouldn't.
I'm not answering the phone. Fuck you, man.
Yeah, no, he wouldn't answer the phone when I tried to call him back, like right away. And then he just hung on the fact that I hung up on him. It's like, no, dude, it was an accident. I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Because I don't want. This is why I don't like talking on the phone with my friends. I'm like, okay.
I don't like people messing with my phone.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so when we didn't talk for a while.
Adam was a curmudgeon.
Yeah, he really was.
He could be, yeah.
And like sometimes, like I would be a grump and not even know it because he was a grump, and I was kind of feeding off of it. But
yeah.
Well, I do thank him for introducing me to Shake Hands with Danger, one of the greatest, safety videos ever created.
The tire blows up in the guy's face.
Oh, it's so funny, so great. Guy loses his arm in the gears of a dump truck. It's beautiful. So funny.
But yeah, Frank.
But yeah, so then
I heard this story from two different people, so I got a different perspective on it. Yeah.
What perspective did you get on it?
I had I got Adam's perspective, so I got to play
like
middleman all the time. I'm like, you know what, you guys. I
remember that because then he called you right away. It's like you don't want to call people, you don't want to talk to people on the phone, but then he calls you right away. That was funny.
He didn't call me.
Well, whatever. You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah.
I never talked to Adam on the phone ever.
Yeah, but the only reason I called him is because I had his phone number to text him or whatever. Because the messenger, because you guys were messaging each other so fucking much that I had to turn the notifications off. Otherwise, I would never get work done, or I get in trouble at work for my phone freaking out.
That's what I was saying. When he died, Adam and I were talking like nonstop. And it was just random shit.
But you guys should have had your either a different messenger thread or each other's phone number or whatever.
We did.
But you chose to not communicate with each other unless it was on the thread that everybody else could see. So basically, everybody else's phone was
says
freaking out.
He messaged me separately.
What?
This is why I also miss in that time, because it was Adam going, Frank will not stop fucking calling me. He called me 7 times last night. I had to block him. And I was like,
well, you know what
happened? Like, I had to be the middleman. I'm like,
you know what? The reason I kept calling him is because he wouldn't answer the phone. And I was like, you know what, motherfucker? If you don't want to answer your phone, I'll just keep calling to piss you off. So I kept calling him just to piss him off.
No, and now I go.
And the point was,
Frank,
if you would just hit
keep calling you, just say, hey, what's up?
Yeah, if you would just go, yo, I'd stop calling.
We were.
It's not that hard of a thing to do is to answer the goddamn phone. And I wanted him to answer the phone to tell me, yo, I didn't hang up on you. I fumbled my phone on purpose and hung up on you. My bad.
Yeah.
It was an accident. But he didn't want to hear it because he wanted to be mad at me, I guess. I don't know. But then I just kept calling him and calling him and calling him.
Let's stop there before it gets too negative. Because, yes, that was Adam where he would just like, nope. Done.
Yeah. And it was.
That was Adam. And
he loved Life Force. I don't know why, but he loved Life Force, that movie.
So then we didn't talk for a while.
I have his copy of Life Force, and I've never seen it.
No, it's a terrible movie.
So
bad.
So then a few months later, he hit me up and apologized for everything and said that, he wanted to be friends again. And he wanted to bury the hatchet and he was sorry for acting like a dick.
And then you said, I'm not going to look at your face anymore. I'm done with you. No, it didn't happen.
All that happened that period was, and this is just me putting all the cards on the table, was Adam was like, I don't know why Frank is like, because you would just suddenly attack him on the show, like how do you feel that way? And he's like, I just feel that way. Like you do the same thing to Dick.
Well, he gets,
You do.
he gets,
Yeah.
get really sensitive about
And I'm
whimsy.
like-
whimsy. He couldn't take the term whimsy. He
But I
didn't like
go,
being whimsy.
Frank, I go, you haven't been on the show long enough to establish and you have to give him the shit back. Like Frank will handle all the shit you give him. As long as he knows it's out of love, give him
Yeah,
shit. And I'm the same way.
Not
Like
for nothing.
you
We
can
don't.
say fucking anything about me, I won't care.
Yeah, and
Yeah, same here.
not for nothing. It's we're on a review show, and it's I'm asking him that because
he was sensitive.
Yeah, well, you can't be sensitive when we're on a show where we're discussing things. A discussion involves two people from two different camps. Sometimes, most times, whatever. Nobody's going to agree on anything.
Yeah.
So I'm asking him why does he think that way? Well, what do you want me to say? I agree with you.
What I was like, Frank is. But the way I described it to him, which made him come around, I go, Frank is East Coast, and everything he says is going to sound very like attacky, because that is East Coast like talking. It is, Frank. You know that.
I know. Yeah, I know.
And I go, we're Midwesterners where everyone's super polite to death, and
That's
you
not me.
got to get over This was a very, very long conversation Adam and I had, which is you got to get over that and just accept the fact that he's not attacking you. He's just fucking around, and you got to give him the shit back. You got to stand your ground, and you got to just go. Like, who gives a shit what Frank says? That's what I said. I'm like, honestly, not an attack on you personally, Frank, but like, honestly, why do you care what Frank says about you personally?
Nobody should,
right? Anyone, not you, Frank, but anyone. Why do you care what anyone? You're on the internet, on YouTube, the worst fucking site in history.
I know.
Why are you taking it personally what anyone says? YouTube is the worst site in history.
Next to
all
Twitter.
Time.
Yeah.
No, Twitter is way more controlled than YouTube is. YouTube you can flat out write the N-word and be like, I hope they all burn. Like, you can write whatever you want. YouTube will not ban you. Twitter will.
That's happened to me.
You just can't say it on the radio.
Going into an asshole. Yeah. I got banned from YouTube for saying, I hope this imaginary person smashes their face in their window after a car crash. And I went into like a long scenario, but this fake person who doesn't exist, and they banned me. And I'm like, all right, fuck you then. I stopped giving a shit about what YouTube does.
Yeah.
But in the
Adam
comments,
never got over that. And I had so many conversations about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he would never. He was too he was a sensitive boy, but I loved him. He was good.
He was a sensitive man. He was.
Nothing wrong with it.
And I think outside of, I wasn't sure if it was just you giving him shit and him not able to handle it, or B, you were jealous of him joining the show a little bit and maybe overthrowing you. I didn't like, that was my perspective. Like, maybe that's why he's, acting that way toward you.
No, he just honestly, he just had the weirdest fucking takes on things that I just didn't understand, and I just wanted to understand it. So maybe him,
He took
maybe
stances on things, like
and I didn't understand his stances.
The try episode.
Yes.
Yeah, good. That's a good point. Like,
he had his places that he wanted to die on the hill. And sometimes people are like that. It's it's one thing.
By the way,
6-second
delay now, by the way.
It's very hard to have a discussion with you this way.
I know. That's why I'm keeping it positive, and we're discussing Adam instead of the episode, because we were able to flow a little more off this.
Yes.
Because everybody's pausing.
Yeah, it's nice. We're not overlapping each other. Adam would also get pissed if we talked over him at all. He hated it.
He didn't understand that if you're talking and somebody else talks, I will shut right the fuck up. I'll go up. And
Frank and I see the timing is throwing us off right now, but Frank and I have a great back and forth where if this is the two of us, the second I see him open his mouth, we're done. I'm done. But Adam would just talk the fuck over you no matter what.
He would. And
that
was fine. But if you talked over him, he was so upset. It's like, dude, you do it to everybody else. What are you talking about? Like,
yes.
And
these
it's
are
fine.
Things I could say now because we overcame that hurdle. But the three of us had a real problem on Skype when we first started, where Skype wasn't working with our mixers until Jansen came along and fixed it.
Yeah.
Do you remember all the fucking issues we would have, Frank? And Adam would just be sitting there like the only person not on a mixer, just like, and he would get so pissed at you for recommending USB mic, not USB mics. He would get so fucking mad.
God forbid, you know. I even offered to give him one.
I know,
like
but
he was so
you like pushed it the second time, he was fucking done.
He was so anti using a mixer or anything so his voice would sound better and we could all, you know, talk better together. He was so anti it that even when I offered to give him a mixer and a mic and everything, he said no. And it's just like, you know, this is going beyond, you know, not wanting to hear it. This is just like, I don't understand. Like, you know, I'm trying to make the shit,
he was,
you know, easier to.
I get it. Like, imagine, like, I'm confused by internet shit. Imagine 10 more years added on to us. Fuck you. This is working. I'm dealing with this. I get it. But yeah, it was frustrating as fuck when we first started all doing our show together. All the audio issues that turns out was just Google's problem. By the way, just Google Chrome was fucking us over.
Yep.
And then Jansen joined us and calmed Adam down, and then Dick joined us and turned Adam on to some certain things, and you guys had a weird fetish thing going on.
Yeah. Lots of weird anal stuff.
Yeah, I don't blame you. So, honestly, I just want to say this is Adam's birthday. I just wanted to do like a weird tribute episode. We're doing it on a Monday instead of our usual Tuesday.
And like, I just want, and I just wanted to end on saying that above, you know, aside from all that, you know, it all ended, and it worked itself out, and we found a middle ground where we could both, you know,
because he died.
No, I'm happy
No,
that we were able.
Honestly, it was perfect timing because
perfect timing.
Well, what I'm saying is you know, I'm glad that we were able to squash our problems, and we were able to become friends again before he passed away. So there you go. I'm happy that happened.
I hated being in the middle between you two guys. So I was so glad when he goes, you know what? I'm being ridiculous. And allow me to apologize to Frank. Do you think he would accept my apology? And I go, yeah, Frank doesn't give a shit about this issue. So apologize to him and be back on Twilight Zone.
Yeah, like, because I don't know how many times I said to you, like, Phoenix, I don't want you to be in the middle of this. Like, I don't want to talk to you about this shit, but I don't have anybody else to talk to about this, I guess, you know. And I don't want you to be in the middle. I don't want you to, you know, go back to Ab and say whatever, you know. But I don't know why he's acting like this, you know. I don't know how many times I said that to you.
Yeah,
it's like
he realized that eventually, because I was like, this is the only time this show feels like work, is when I have to, like, hey Frank, show up here. Hey Adam, show up. And I'm like, can't we do this in the chat? Like, and he left the chat for a while, and remember, and now he's still in the fucking chat. He's been dead a year. I refuse to delete him from the chat.
That's cool.
I refuse. I'm not going to do it.
I didn't even notice. But But yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
if you look in the chat, he's still there. So's Jansen.
But-
He's not going to show up.
but yeah, it's funny because like, because you would schedule the shows where he would be on the one week and I'd be on the other, and I was like, fine, that's fine. Whatever makes it easier for you, man. Because at the
You
end of
guys
the day,
weren't both. I was doing Anthology with him and Twazin with you, and I'm like, can we just like this? All three of us together on both shows. Can we just do this? Pointless.
Yeah.
But yes, to summarize, I'm glad Adam calmed down. I think he was under a lot of stress because it was medical shit and then also just mental issues with dealing with the medical shit. Trust me, Frank and I have both been there. So we understood, and we're like, yeah, come back on, man. Great. Once he joined back on, like no time happened, right?
yeah, it was fine. It's like nothing ever happened.
It's fine.
Yeah.
And then, then Dick joined us, and Jansen. It's like Jansen feels more dead than Adam does.
Yeah.
I talk to Jansen all the time,
Yeah.
but not on this fucking show.
It's just funny that he was
Jansen is more unlikely to show up than Adam is.
I don't get why he ever showed up in to begin with. Like if he was never going to go through with it. I don't know why. Maybe he just wanted to try something
He
else
wants
out.
to. No, he got a promotion. I work with
that's
him,
right.
and I get it. He got a promotion. It takes a lot of time out of your schedule. I get it.
You work
Here
with
I
him?
am with a new baby, and I work with him, and I get it. But here I am under way more stress, and I'm still doing the show. But it's my show, I guess. But hey, Chance is busy. I get it.
Whatever.
Piece of shit.
Well,
He was all negative anyway.
In conclusion, I love him to death. I miss him.
Yes.
Yeah, he was all right.
Adam or Jansen?
Who?
Adam.
Yeah, me too. Still getting over it.
Yeah.
He's
it's a weird thing. It's a weird
July
thing.
6th. July 6th is Death Day.
Yeah.
So 3 months from now.
Because I remember we were talking about that leading up to that date. Because you said, I haven't heard from Adam in like weeks. I just don't know what's going on.
We
like,
joked for a month.
Yeah. Because I was listening to some of the old.
We knew.
Podcasts. Yeah, something was wrong. Something was up. We knew something wasn't right.
Well,
yeah, but didn't he?
Similar to Frank, like I would talk to Adam every fucking day. And I'd be like, hey, what's up? And he'd tell me, because we're talking about movies and stuff we want to schedule for future shows, because we started all these shows together. And suddenly nothing. And I'm like, he got his surgery, and I'm like doing the math in my head. I'm like, fuck. And suddenly I'm starting talking to his sister and his cousins and shit. And I'm like, I am so entrenched with this family, and I don't know any of them.
No.
And then his sister finally broke it to me, and I'm like, I expected that, but still, holy shit. And then his sister, I was fucking sobbing. I told you guys when his sister told me exactly what happened, I'm like, stop fucking telling me.
Yeah.
It's way worse than I would have imagined, but
right.
I won't go into that. This is a happy day.
Yeah.
I wish he was here for this episode to tell me how much it sucks.
He's lucky he doesn't have to,
gallery in the previous
he doesn't have to deal with night gallery or inflation or the price of gas right now.
Yeah. I refuse to be sad over Adam's death. I really do at this point.
Absolutely.
Like it's all like how much would he hate that fucking episode?
Oh yeah.
Like I hope when I die, you guys see the same thing where like he would have fucking hated this episode. Like that's all you need. That's really all you need.
Yeah.
Like
you don't really
sad. Like it's not
you don't
helping anyone.
You don't truly die until the person says your name for the last time.
Yeah.
Sure.
And Adam, he's on our outro.
Well, that's your second death.
I'm about to play here in a second.
That's what they say. You're that's your second
He's
death.
on there as our outros.
Yeah.
Because when he died, I made these the Purge outros, and it's on a whim because Adam kept talking about how much he hated those movies, never watched them, so I made these. And, that's where those come from. That's why I was like, we're gonna play that one. So yeah, guys, you know, I'm Irish. You don't mourn the dead, you celebrate them.
Exactly.
I raise a glass, but I drink all my beer already. So
yeah,
it's his birthday. We're doing it today instead of tomorrow. This is our Tuesdays. We've been doing Tuesdays since 2015. And we did a Monday for the third time, I think, Frank. How many times have we been on Monday? 3?
I can't remember.
Like really, like something came up, we have to do a Monday.
Yep.
This is a courtesy one. And thank you for joining us, both of you. This is a tip of the hat episode. Outro. This is Frank reminds me of the podcast that we did where we were serious for 50 minutes talking about suicide prevention.
Oh my god!
I remember that.
Is this our second most serious episode?
No. It's not that serious. I don't know.
This feels like it.
Yeah.
No, the last 20 minutes have been very serious.
Yeah, but let's
All right.
let's wrap it up.
Let freedom ring.
He's right. Until next time, which we're doing Night Gallery 212B, Camera Obscura, and Twilight Zone Original 503 Nightmare 20,000 Feet, which we did with Adam. I'm Phoenix West.
I'm Frank Links.
Tick, cat.
So long, citizens. Here's our Purge outro. Anytime now. Anytime now. I played it.
Citizens of Wonderland, rejoice in the fact that we have covered another episode on the podcast. Go to liwstudios.com for more videos and podcasts. Subscribe to Loitering in Wonderland on YouTube. Check out the Indie Sports Car podcast and Way Off Topic Radio. Search on Amazon for books by Richard Pierce. Until next time, and in the meantime, we are Phoenix West, Frank Links, and Dick Dickett. So long, citizens. All hail glorious conformity. All hail our glorious leader. Shut off the fucking podcast now.
Wanker.
So long, Adam.
Bye.
Later, guys.
We're ending it.